Hey, dear friends, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're explaining in details the difference between quasi-experimental and true experimental research designs. So, buckle up and let's get started. Both quasi-experimental and true experimental research designs aim to establish a cause and effect relationship between an independent and a dependent variable. However, they differ primarily in their approach to assigning participants to groups. Key differences: random assignment. In true experimental design, participants are randomly assigned to either the treatment or control group. This randomization helps ensure that any observed differences are due to the treatment itself, rather than other factors. While in quasi-experimental design, participants are assigned to groups based on non-random criteria, such as pre-existing characteristics or naturally occurring groups. Control over variables. In true experimental design, researchers have strict control over variables. They manipulate the independent variable and control extraneous variables to observe its effect on the dependent variable. In quasi-experimental design, researchers have less control over the independent variable and extraneous variables, making it more challenging to rule out alternative explanations for observed effects. Causality. Due to random assignment and control over variables, true experimental designs can provide strong evidence for causal relationships, while quasi-experimental designs can suggest causal relationships. They are generally weaker in making causal claims due to potential confounding variables. Now let's summarize the key differences. Random assignment, present in true experimental designs, absent in quasi-experimental designs. Control over variables, high in true experimental designs, lower in quasi-experimental designs. Causality, stronger in true experimental designs due to random assignment and control, weaker in quasi-experimental designs. An example of true experimental design includes clinical trials and lab experiments, while an example of quasi-experimental design includes studies with pre-existing groups or natural experiments. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video and want more, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, take care and be kind.